Hello, hello! Welcome back to my channel, guys, Dying to DIY. If you're new here, my name is Camaro, and I am so happy to have you all here. I hope you like and enjoy what you see. If you do, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all the cool future videos that I have in store. I am really excited for this video because it is a collab video, and it is my first collab video, so yes. Anyways, it is going to be me and then 3 other awesome, amazing DIYers and crafters. We have Shayna with Repurposing, Melissa with All Things Crafty, and Savannah with Savvy Crafts with Savannah. So I will be linking all of their information down below in the description box. So once you're done with my video, you can head on over there and see all of the really cool stuff that they made and created. They are all so awesome, and all of our styles are really similar and stuff, so definitely if you like what I have, I guarantee you're going to love what they have. I am so appreciative of the girls that they asked me to join in on this, so thank you ladies so very much. Make sure you make it around to all of our videos, and don't forget to subscribe to all of our channels. It means so much to us, so thank you guys. For this video, I have 3 cute little Christmas crafts. They all turned out so good, so you can see some of them behind me. Okay, let's try that again. So you can see them behind me. So if you would like to see how I made those, stay tuned because it's coming your way right now. For this first craft, I started out by staining the fronts and backs of 4 of these little wood stockings that are from Dollar Tree. Next, I went in with these frames that were from Dollar Tree as well. They are really cute, but they were just definitely screaming for me to give them a makeover, and I just really liked that they had the string with the mini clothespins on there already. So I just took them apart, and then I gave them 3 coats of this Kills White chalk paint. Once both of those were painted, it was time for me to work on the backs of the frame, and I went in with this really cute striped scrapbook paper that is from Hobby Lobby. I just went and traced the backs on the back of that scrapbook paper so I knew exactly where I needed to cut. Next, I decided to attach the scrapbook paper to the back using just basic Scotch tape because I was planning on just maybe switching them out after Christmas to everyday decor, so I didn't want to Mod Podge them on there so they were super stuck on there. So with the tape, they can easily come off. Next, I just needed to attach the candy canes to the mini clothespins. When I first had put the little string back on, I had made it way too low down the back of the frame, so like the stockings were hanging below the frame and I wanted them to hang just right above it, so I just had to move that string up a little bit more, and there you can see that. Perfect. They are not touching the bottom, and they're definitely way too cute just like that, so I could have left them, but I decided to take it one step further and do a little bit of customization. So I went in with my Cricut machine and printed out some words on some permanent vinyl. I did Mom, Dad, and then my kids' nicknames, which are Veta and Lando. Next, I just needed to apply the vinyl onto the little stockings. And I did this twice, so I didn't really show you the process of me taking that transfer tape off because I guess I didn't let the stain dry long enough before I did it because the letters were just coming right off. So I did it so I could take my time and concentrate. Next, I just added a cute little tiny jute twine bow onto the back of the stockings. I just wanted them nice and petite, and they are so cute. Alright, so the last step for this project was to just clip on those little stockings, and here they are. Way too cute. I love them so much. I think it's just the striped scrapbook paper that really like enhances these and brings them to life. Yeah, and then with the customization, I love them. Definitely could have left them and maybe added like a wreath or just a really cute bow, and they still would have been so adorable, but I really like that I customized them. All right, on to my second craft, and this is a two-part craft. So they're basically the same, but just in different variations, which is why I included them together as one craft. So for the first one, I'm going in with this Dollar Tree frame. I gave it 3 coats of that Kills white chalk paint as well, like I did with the first craft. And then I went in with these cute little ornaments that were from Dollar General. They're just like a little deer on like a cardboard type of paper, which is really, really cool. I took off the little hanger that originally came on there, and then I glued that bow over it so you couldn't see the hole. Next, I went in with this little galvanized metal ornament that was from Dollar General as well, and glued it onto the bottom because I didn't want to see the wording that was on the bottom that said World's Greatest Dad or whatnot. All that was left to do for this craft was to embellish it with this cute little floral pick that I picked up at Walmart. And here's how this one turned out. So cute. I just love the little reindeer theme. Next, like I said, this is a 2-part craft, so basically the same items, but the little galvanized metal says tree farm on here, so the theme is going to be the little Christmas trees. So I did everything basically the same. I gave it 3 coats of that Kills white chalk paint, and then I went in and stained 3 of these little wood ornament Christmas trees and painted 1 white. Then I ripped off that little clamp that was on the back of the frame because it just was in the way and I didn't really need it anymore. For this one, I decided to glue the little galvanized ornament sign at the top, and I left on its original hanger this time because I thought it was cute, kind of hanging off the edge of the frame. Then I just decided where I wanted to place these Christmas trees, kind of in like a 3D pattern, so one on top of the other. And in the end, I do end up gluing 1 more on the front. But then I embellished them with the same little floral pick that I got from Walmart, and here you can see how it turned out. Here they are both together, way too cute. I just love how they are similar, but they have different variations. Like they have the reindeer theme and then we have a tree theme. I also really like that I am able to stage them together, or I can choose to stage them on different parts of the house if I wanted to. Alright, on to my third and final craft for this video, which is definitely my favorite out of all 3 of them. So I'm going to be using this Dollar Tree yarn and making a couple of tassels. Actually, a lot of tassels. So I started out by cutting some cardboard in 5 inches, 4 inches, 3 inches, and 2-inch increments. And then I just started wrapping them around the cardboard. That way they would all turn out the same length. I made a couple of slits at the top. That way I could keep this string at the top, the one that I'm tying right now, so that way I didn't have to go back in and add it through all of those loops that I made. So I then just tied a knot at the top and made sure to hide the knot in the rest of the yarn, so that way you don't see the knots. I cut another string and then I put it maybe 1/2 inch down from the top of the little tassel, because we're going to make like the neck of the tassel. So I tied kind of a loose little knot around the neck, and then I flipped it over and crisscrossed the yarn, and then flipped it over, crisscrossed the yarn again, just to get like a little bit of thickness around that neck area. And then once I was done, I tied a really good tight knot in the back. Trimmed off the excess, and then this is what we have so far. Next, we're going to twist the top of the tassel, and there you can see it turns into like a ball. And then you're going to tie a knot as close to the base of the top of the tassel as you can, just to keep it looking like a ball at the top. Alright, and this is the tassel that I have so far. So my next step was to just cut those loops at the bottom so they turn into little strings, and voila, we have a tassel. Also, I feel like I need to mention that I am by no means a tassel maker. This was the second time I had made tassels, with the first time being 2 days prior to this. So I definitely had to do a test run just to make sure that I was capable and able to make a tassel. So I'm trying to teach you in the best way that I learned how to do. So what I'm trying to say is that mine might not be perfect, but they still turn out really cute. So once I had made a bunch of the green tassels, it was time to move on to the white tassels. Also, not sure if I'm trying to signal you guys, but I was just trying to let you know how many of each size I was planning on making. So for the 5-inch tassels, I wrapped it 30 times. For the 4-inch and 3-inch tassels, I wrapped it 20 times. And then for the 2-inch tassels, I wrapped them 15 times. I just realized, like, if I were to wrap the 2-inch, 3-inch, and 4-inch tassels like 30 times, they just came out too big and too fluffy, just way too much. So I found that these were the perfect amount for them to be wrapped. So by the end of making all of these tassels, my brain might have been a little fried a little bit and my math was kind of off. But here's how many tassels I ended up making. And I did have to go back and make a few more green ones because I wanted the same amount of green ones as white ones. So my next step was to take these little tassels and we are going to glue them on to each of these boards and turn them into cute little Christmas trees. So here I was just trying to plan out where I wanted each of the tassels to go and how many tassels I wanted on each board. I did want to make 2 sets, with a walnut stained board and a red board being one set and then vice versa. So I just wanted to make sure that each set had a green and a white tree. Next, I went in with this Mod Podge and I put it all over the backs of the tassels, and when I say backs, I mean where the little knots are in the back of the necks. So that's what I consider the back of the tassel. I did that. I added the Mod Podge and then I flared them because I wanted them to have this like flared out shape. So once the Mod Podge was able to dry, they ended up in like a triangular looking pattern and stiff on the back, but still really soft and like supple on the front. Alright, here you can see that it still is holding its shape, that little flared out shape that I have, and that the front is still really soft. Next, I just went in and kind of trimmed up the edges to make them a little bit more even. After all that was done, it was time to glue everything down onto the boards, but I knew I wanted to add some cute little fairy lights to one of them, so I went in with these little copper lights from Dollar Tree, and I just glued them into like a little windy pattern, basically in the shape of a Christmas tree almost. I just wanted to make sure that the lights would be seen once I turned them on, showing through the tassels on the front. So here you can see what I mean by that little like windy looking type of pattern, almost like Christmas tree shape. Next, it was just time to glue on the tassels. I started with the bigger, thicker tassels at the bottom and then just worked my way up to the top. Of course, I had to embellish the little Christmas trees a little bit, so I went in with these little Dollar Tree stickers and also these Dollar Tree wood stems. I added a little gold star at the top and then a little tree trunk looking thing at the bottom. And then it was time to make the green Christmas tree, but I did this one without the lights this time. I just wanted the lights to be on one half of the set. I added the little gold star and then another tree trunk on the bottom of this one as well. And then I decided to go in with this jute twine just because there was too much space at the top, so I kind of wanted to break that up. And here's how they both look together. So cute. And then you have the lights that are showing through a little bit. Absolutely obsessed. I love these ones so much. They're just like that rustic farmhouse feel. Way too cute. Alright, and like I said in the beginning, I did make 2 sets. So here you can see I made another white Christmas tree and it has the jute twine at the top because it's on the smaller red board. And here's the green one and it's on the taller walnut stained board, so I put the lights on this one just like I did with the taller white tree. Alright, and here they are in my little faux fireplace area that I made. So adorable. They really just complete this look that I have going in this area, and I could not be happier with the way that these ones turned out. Also, I added this little video with a more like dimmer background light so you could really see those little fairy lights pop through and just how adorable they are. Alright guys, well that wraps everything up. We made it to the end of this video. I just want to do a quick little walkthrough to show you guys the crafts all together. I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Leave me some comments down below. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button though so you don't miss out on all the really cool stuff that is in store. Also, do not forget to make it around to the other girls' videos. They have some really great stuff. Don't forget to subscribe to their channel as well. We really appreciate it, you guys. Thanks so much for stopping by, and I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas and a wonderful year.